Appleminte and welcome back to my channel again. As always, I post a new video every Friday, so if you'd like to be notified when I make a new video, please consider subscribing. So for today's video, I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I was sent these by a company called banggood.com. They sell a bunch of different types of items and they have a whole art section, so I was really interested in these because I've been wanting to compare these to Copic markers for quite a while now. So I've got the set of 72 here. These are the Finecolour markers, so I hope you can see that. So yeah, they've got a pretty nice range of colors for what they are. One thing you notice right off the bat is that there's a huge amount of grays. If you're counting the black and the colorless blender here, and then the rest of the grays, there's like 2 rows of gray markers. So not sure why there's so many. So that's all of the markers. I went ahead and I made a quick swatch list of most of them. The only ones I didn't include in here were black, colorless blender, and then most of the grays. A pretty nice range of colors. So guys, to preface this, I just want to say, in case my voice goes in and out at all during this recording, it's just because I'm getting over a cold and I might sound a little weird or my voice might go in and out, so bear with me guys, but I'm doing much better now, so don't worry. So, Eva from Overwatch, I just want to say I love her so much. She's an adorable character, so I thought why not use her as the test subject for this video. And I like how the drawing came out overall, and you'll see that later, but yeah, I decided to do her in kind of like a casual outfit, because her original outfit is really detailed, and with these markers I wasn't sure if I could get that amount of detail, so I played it safe. I did a casual outfit. So yeah, that was my inspiration for the drawing. Moving on to the markers themselves. So as you saw, I made a little swatch, so I kept that by me at all times to just kind of see how they were going to look on paper, because to be honest, not all of these markers looked the way they looked on the cap. One of them especially, it was one of the blue ones, looked like it was going to be some kind of like nice, like periwinkle, like purplish blue, and it came out being this really dark blue, so I was just kind of surprised by that, and for that reason I was glad that I made the swatch. Because with my Copic markers, I have like, I don't know, I always make little swatches and I forget to look at them when I color, but I kind of know how the colors I have are going to behave. For these, I just went in like not knowing what anything was going to look like, so I'm glad I did these swatches. So definitely do that if you get new markers of any brand, really, it's helpful. Second of all, these markers are not like Copics in the sense that they have a bullet nib on one end and they have a chisel nib on the other, so they are not, they don't have a brush nib, which does definitely inhibit you a bit, because the brush nib is really what helps with blending. So blending is a little more difficult here, not impossible, but a little more difficult. Because it's alcohol ink, it does blend with itself, but it makes it a little more difficult when you don't have that brush nib to go in and just kind of smooth everything together. So yeah, but I didn't even really touch the chisel nib that much. I don't usually use a chisel nib in general, so to me, the only important thing here is the bullet nib. To speak a bit about the actual range of colors that come in this set, as you saw, it comes with a lot of different kinds of grays, and I was a little put off by that at first, but actually it's not that bad, because with Copic markers, for example, there are the warm grays, there's the cool grays, there's the neutral grays, etc. So all of them are slightly different, and so I'm kind of happy that this brand gives you a little bit of each. I felt like it was a little bit of overkill, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have them, I suppose. I did wish that there were more purples in this set. I didn't have a very big variety of purples to shade with and use. There were a lot of blues, definitely, so that was nice. There wasn't a whole lot of pinks, which definitely came as a little bit of a challenge for this drawing, since Diva has a lot of pink accents. If you know the character, she loves pink. So the fact that I just didn't have the right shade of pink for her kind of, you know, hindered me a bit there, but yeah, it only had a light pink and a darker pink in this set, so wish it had like more variety of the colors themselves. Some of them came with a lot, and others it wasn't that great of a variety, so that was that's one thing. And then another thing about the variety of colors here, there really was no peach skin tone color in here. It had a good range of browns and tans for the most part, but when it came to a pale skin tone, like Diva has a really pale skin tone, I was kind of at a loss there. There was one that I ended up using for her, as you can see, and yeah, I don't know. It looks way too dark for her, and I would never use this for a base skin tone if I'm drawing pale skin, if I'm coloring pale skin. So they had some pretty good colors for tanner skin tones, but Diva does not happen to have tan skin, so it just didn't really work out for her. So I kind of ended up starting to use the one of these other markers that I had just on her face, because I was like, maybe I can cheat a little bit, but then I was like, no, I have to use these Finecolours, only these Finecolours for this drawing. So I went and I just did all Finecolour, and I didn't really like her skin tone in this drawing. It didn't really look like it was hers, but what can you do? Work with what you have, right? So yeah, and because of that, I didn't really have a good ability to shade it, and I had to use a color that was kind of yellowy, and it just kind of made her skin look a little muddy, and I don't know, it didn't work. So the skin was a bit of a failure on Diva. So for that, I guess if you're buying this set of markers, maybe buy one light peach tone marker from some other brand if you can, if you need that color, because this set really doesn't come with a great one. But I can appreciate that the caps snap on to the back of the marker. That's good, right? That's nice. Copic caps don't typically, well, Copic sketch caps don't do that. Copic Chow caps do. So yeah, kudos to Finecolour for doing that. And this set was actually really cheap. So on Banggood.com, they sell these markers for $69.99, so 70 bucks for 72 alcohol markers. Honestly, not a bad deal. That's like $1 a marker about, and I mean, you can't really go wrong if you're looking for a set of alcohol-based markers and you don't want to spend a ton of money on Copics, but you want a good range of colors. Honestly, this set is pretty nice, and I would recommend it to somebody who's looking to save some money, but still wants a nice set. I know there's a bunch of different brands like Ohuhu and some other ones I've seen on Amazon for about like $40 for 80 markers. And there's Touch 5 markers. I've never used any of those. I would like to try some out and compare them to these and Copics in the future. So, you know, stay tuned for that kind of thing. But so I can't speak to how these work to those. But other than that, you know, I definitely consider, you know, I would ask you to consider these in your when you're making a decision to buy alcohol markers. And yeah, overall I enjoyed using them. I guess, you know, the cons are no brush tip, you know, some of the color variety isn't too great, and some of, you know, because of the brush tip not being there, some of the blending's a little lost, you know, but overall good markers. I liked them. And one more con, you cannot refill these like you can with Copics, because yeah, that's just how they are. So when you're done with the marker, it's done. But you know, you get what you pay for, kind of thing. You know, you pay the higher price on Copic because they are refillable and have premium ink. So what can you do? But yeah, I like these overall. So overall, they're okay. They're not my favorite, but I still like them. So yeah, definitely give them a look. So guys, that is my finished drawing of Diva using my Finecolour markers. Overall, I think I had a positive experience with these markers. I liked the range of colors, and for what they cost, I think they give a great value. So definitely consider looking into them if you're looking to purchase some markers and don't want to spend a ton of money on Copics. I have links in the description for where you can get them off Banggood.com for a really good price. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Check out my description below. I have links to my other social media like my Instagram, my Twitter, my store, etc, etc. So until my next video, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!